Interior Minister suspends all active gun licenses issued in Ghana and orders fresh screening of all holders as the government moves to tighten gun control regulations. Also on the program this afternoon, Adenta Circuit Court remands 9 suspects over Kwabenya shooting incident. Later on the program, Cape Coast municipal authorities began demolition of unsafe structures after deadly floods claimed 18 lives and destroyed several properties. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. Now, 9 suspects have been arraigned before the Adenta Circuit Court in connection with a shooting incident involving former MP for Dom Kwabenya, Sarah Dwasafo, on Sunday, June 21, 2026, during a ceremony involving her brother, Kwejusafo, at Kwabenya. Among the suspects is Israel Kwejusafo, aka Akofna, who the police say reported himself to the regional police headquarters. Lord Adwasare is our court affairs correspondent. He joins us live on the phone. Lord, what can you tell us? We've lost Lord Adwasare on the line, but we'll try and reconnect to him and bring you more as regards to what the police is saying, perhaps even court updates from there. Whilst we try to connect to Lord Adwasare, recent devastating floods and building collapses have prompted the Cape Coast Metropolitan Assembly in the Central Region to order the demolition of unsafe and unauthorized buildings and properties blocking storm drains. The nighttime demolition operations led by Cape Coast Mayor George Justice Arthur aim to remove weakened building structures across the metropolis to prevent further collapses during the rainy season. The directive follows widespread flooding and a high death toll recorded in the Central Region after 3 days of prolonged downpour over the weekend. 18 people have reportedly lost their lives across the region. Only Cape Coast Metro recorded nearly 6 deaths. News reporter Kwame Kakraba spoke to the mayor of Cape Coast, Justice Arthur, who said the nighttime demolitions are direct responses to recommendations from the Central Regional NADMO office.
Had a similar problem in respect to flooding because of the heavy downpour, and we lost 3 lives because of collapsed buildings. So 3 elderly persons died as a result of that. After that, there were some dilapidated buildings that were earmarked, of which Metropolitan Assembly headed by me demolished all of them. You know Cape Coast very well that most of the buildings are of age, highly dilapidated, and they have been in existence for more than 60, 70, 110 years, sometimes 120 years. Some were built in tandem with Cape Coast Castle and some monuments. So they are old. So as a result of that, when there's any downpour or heavy rainfall, it will collapse all these buildings.
And you heard the mayor of Cape Coast, Emmanuel Kwesi Mensah, George Justice Arthur. Well, the Central Regional Director of the National Disaster Management Organization, Emmanuel Kwesi Mensah Daoud, has also been providing an update on the number of people so far confirmed dead as a result of the prolonged downpour.
Now, the 8,921 victims, flood victims, the 377 internally displaced persons as a result of the 58 building collapses, as well as families of those the fatalities were recorded. So far, we have recorded 18 fatalities 18 fatalities. Cape Coast alone has 6, 5 from building collapses, 1 from drowning incidents. These 18 fatalities are as a result of building collapses, drowning, mudslides, falling trees, and other unfortunate incidences. 18 souls have been lost, sadly. So we appeal for humanitarian support in the form of food items, maize, rice, gari beans, cooking oil, canned fish, non-food items like pseudo mattresses, polymats, blankets, used clothing.
And you had the Emmanuel Kwesi-Mensah Dawood. He's the NADMO director for the Central Region. Let's go now and pick a feed from TV because the Interior Minister, we are told, is suspending all active gun licenses issued in Ghana and is ordering a fresh screening of all holders as the government moves to tighten gun control regulations. Let's go listen to him.
To engage the traditional authority to know such weapons are not for those occasions. But because it has to do with our traditional authorities, it is best you engage them, the regional House of Chiefs, the National House of Chiefs, so you build consensus before. So, but that one we've already started because I've been to a number of regions and we engage some of the the traditional authorities. It is something that we are going to control vigorously. But for now, we continue to say that firing on all these gatherings are still prohibited, and we want the police to be enforcing it vigorously. And our traditional authorities should bear with us whilst we go through the process of they designating who should be trained, and those persons will be trained. So we all know that when it comes to Swansea, it is this person who has been designated, who has also been trained to be doing the firing. We've seen instances where in those gatherings, individuals just come, and then before you realize there are stray bullets. It has killed people before, it's injured so many other people, and we want to avoid that to create public safety so that when you dress and you are saying you are going for funeral, at least you should not get to the funeral guy and get shot and killed. If you say you are going for an outdoor or some festive occasion, that's not the place for you to go and receive a stray bullet. That is what we'll be doing with the traditional authorities. I don't know if I've answered your question. Yeah. If there are, yeah.
So that's...
And you're still here on the Midday News on 3FM 92.7. You just heard the Interior Minister Mohamed Muntaka Mubarak giving that directive earlier. Stay with us.
Accra, Ghana, Africa, and
And you're still here on the Midday News on 3FM 92.7. Let's speak to Richard Kumado. He's a fraud and security consultant on what we just heard the Interior Minister Mohamed Muntaka Mubarak say. Good afternoon to you, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. Hello? Mr. Kumado, can you hear us? We'll have to correct that line and get back to him. Now, Ghanaian fans are in high spirits as the national team, the Black Stars, knock horns with one-time FIFA World Cup winner England tonight. I was at Tiptoe Lane at Circle earlier today to gauge the mood. Listen.
The next few hours, exactly at 8 p.m. Ghana time, the Ghana Black Stars will be facing England. Well, if my information serves me right, the first time the national team met England, that should have been in 1950, somewhere in May. And at the time, they were not called the Black Stars. They were called the Gold Coast 11. And per the predictions a number of you are giving us today, we expect that history will repeat itself, because in 1950, the Gold Coast 11 then scored the England team 2-1, and a number of you are predicting that it will be 2-1. Don't forget that the second time, again per my information, was in 2011, and so this time around we are here to face the England again tonight, and a number of people are already excited, obviously, because we scored Panama. Well, the man just crossed camera there, but that's okay. And the confidence coming from the Panama team has really increased going into this this game tonight. Although England is a strong team, don't forget, it started playing this game in 1872, won the World Cup in 1966. And so it's not a small team we're going to play. But a lot of Ghanaians are still very confident that we are going to beat them tonight. So many predictions are already said. I've got a few supporters around here. Hopefully they're able to tell us their predictions, and the predictions will come true tonight. I have a gentleman here. Hello, sir.
Hello.
How come you're not in your jersey?
I'm doing some small office duties. After that, I'll go back home and then I wear it.
How excited are you for tonight?
So much excited, but very, very nervous.
Because England is strong, right?
Definitely, because even though they are strong, you can't undermine any team these days. And as for the competition, it's a game of chance. So in soccer, you just hope for the best.
Do you have any predictions?
Oh, of course. We're gonna get them down at least 2-1. We're gonna score them.
2-1. He's repeating history there. Thank you so much, sir.
Welcome.
Let's get another person here. Hello, sir. And actually, this is Tiptoe Lane Circle. I've seen that you're also selling a bit of the Black Stars jerseys. Tell us how the excitement is like going into tonight's game.
Thank you. Tonight is going to be a very beautiful night. And Ghana, we are aware of the tempo or the tension in town. And we believe in the boys. Ghana always, our first match at a major tournament, somehow difficult. But now the boys are finding their rhythm. They are not getting to know how the movement will be. So the confidence is high, and we believe. England on paper, England is far ahead. But Ghana, we have got a kind of character is unique. Ghana a character is a very unique character where some of the people like that will shock the world. Ghana is a different country with a different kind of spirit. If we determine to do, we go do them. So England should stand well. Ghana is coming.
Ghana is coming. Your prediction?
Oh, Ghana England is a tight race. Either 2-1 win for Ghana or 2-2 draw.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, sir. Okay, you're not in Ghana jersey. Why?
So I don't have money.
You don't have money. Okay, but what's your prediction for tonight?
Oh, I think that today Ghana will score like 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
And England?
0.
Okay, but have you bought a jersey for yourself?
No.
Not yet. All right. So let's go to this person very quickly who is selling jerseys here. Hello, sir. Who told you don't come here?
Yeah, Papa.
How much?
1.5.
1.5 for one jersey. If you don't have a jersey, come get one. He's here at original, but original is like 1,000 something Ghana. How come yours is 1.5?
But we know say the original nechi. So on to 1.5.
So it's another grade under the original. Okay.
So it will be a bit more Toby.
I see. But how is business though? Earlier I saw a lot of people around this place.
Business there, Ghana just the Omato.
So you're excited?
Oh fine, business cost kama.
Do you have any predictions for tonight?
Oh, prediction there. Ebeshe 2-1 pair.
2-1 pair, he says. Okay. And what have you got to say finally?
please.
What's your prediction for tonight?
Actually, when we get to play more possession in the first half, we can win. Maybe in the first half, when we get 1-0 lead, we can win.
All right, so well, there you have it. A number of people already very excited about tonight's game. So let's hope. I'm supporting the Black Stars as well. And let's hope that we're able to make Ghana proud tonight.
And that was a report I brought in earlier today ahead of the Black Stars game with England. Remember, it's at 8 p.m. and it will be live on TV3 as well as right here on 3FM 92.7. Tension rocks Bantama MPP as chairman accuses the MP of attempting to manipulate the constituency register. Now, Francis Asenso has been accused of attempting to manipulate the party's register ahead of internal elections. The allegations have heightened tensions among party supporters, raised concerns about unity within one of the MPP's key strongholds in the Shanti region. Ibrahim Abubakar is my colleague in the Shanti region. He joins us live on the line. Ibrahim, what exactly is at the heart of this dispute?
Well, Beatrice, the dispute centers around allegations by the MPP constituency chairman for Bantima, Fifi Mensah. He's saying that the Member of Parliament, Francis Asenso, is attempting to influence the ongoing constituency organization process by manipulating the party's register. In fact, as we speak, we know between the MP and the chairman there is that rift, and the chairman believes that the MPP wants to bring another person to contest him. But he says he's not perturbed about that, but then they should ensure that they go into the election in a fair manner. In fact, he is complaining that some names have allegedly been inserted and transferred onto the constituency register without following any appropriate procedure. Even though he is in charge of the register, the MP is bringing new members on board, and he's taking out some of the old delegates who have been in the system just so they will be able to do his bidding for him. These are all allegations by the party chairman, and he says he will not allow this to happen. And for that matter, just this morning, he had to even come forcefully take the register, lock it in his party office and leave. He says he will be moving to the regional party office to lodge further complaints so that they will be able to go into the constituency executive elections in a peaceful and fair manner. Let's listen to what the chairman, Fifi Mensah, has been saying about this whole allegation.
Can you imagine an album that the constituency chairman, who is supposed to be leading the process, has been taken out of the process because of the MP? He has built his own group, running the whole show, and now they are taking people out. Somebody has been delegate for 16 years, 12 years. They are taking them out because of me. No, I don't understand. We must do a fair and clean album for peace to prevail in Bantam. Then we'll go for a peaceful election. Can you imagine a polling station chairman can come and put over 50 people in the album? The first vice, my vice, the contender, can put over 100 people in. And then I decide that, look, I want peace in Bantam. So be it as it may, I'm not going to fight anybody. But I bring only 19 people, and you people tell me you won't put them in. Because of what? They will vote for me? Fine. Then the old delegates, right, we all sat down, agreed, built a consensus that nobody was going to touch an old delegate. Now you are taking them out because you think they will vote for Fifi. Why should I keep quiet and watch the people who have suffered for the party all these years to be treated that way? I will keep quiet. You have openly said you will campaign against me. I said, I don't care. Come and campaign. You are the former minister, you are the MP. Let everybody do his campaign fairly. We go for the election, whoever wins, wins. But when you want to manipulate the system, take people out because of me, I will disagree. The issue started building up from yesterday. So I spoke to my regional chairman today. He has given me direction. So I'm going to be writing my petition to the regional office today. But I have already spoken to a lot of higher authority on phone and told them what is happening. Then I realized if you don't take action and you relax, before you realize everything is over.
And you heard there Fifi Mensah, he's a Bantama MPP constituency chairman. Ibrahim Abubakar is so on the line with us. Ibrahim, I understand that the Member of Parliament for Bantama, Francis Asenso, also spoke about this. So what did he say?
Indeed, he has been engaging the media just a few minutes ago. He finished, and he has strongly denied the allegations. He has described the claims as baseless and even politically motivated, insisting that he has not interfered with the compilation or validation of the constituency register. The chairman mentioned about the MP bringing in some new people, about hundreds or so of them. He says, yes, it's true, but the chairman also had the opportunity to bring in new members. But then he brought them after the whole compilation exercise has been done. And for that matter, there is no way they will allow him to present the 17 candidates. But then he maintains that the register is being managed through established party structures, and then procedures and also any concern should be addressed through the appropriate internal channels. But he is also calling on party supporters to remain calm and focus on strengthening MPP in Bantima.
So how are people or party supporters generally reacting to this, knowing that Bantima is one of the strongholds of a party in the Ashanti region?
In fact, this issue has even, I would say, brought division among party supporters, because there are some who are siding with the Member of Parliament, others too are also on the side of the chairman. But generally, for those who remain on the neutral grounds, they are just hoping that the party leadership, the regional executives will quickly step in so that there will be unity in Bantima, because for them, unity plays a crucial role when it comes to party preparations for future elections.
Do you have any idea whether this has gone beyond the constituency and perhaps party national executives may want to intervene to ensure that there is unity and order?
Well, for now, we are yet to engage with the regional executives, but you heard the chairman rightly mentioning, he has informed the regional executives and he's even on his way to present a petition for them to address the looming crisis that he thinks is coming to Bantima. That will even bring further division among party supporters in the area in an event is not handled effectively.
Thank you very much, Ibrahim Abubakar. He is our Ashanti regional correspondent. Now, Ghanaians will pay more for electricity and water beginning the 1st of July 2026, following the latest tariff adjustment announced by the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission. The Commission has approved a 3.49% increase in electricity tariffs and a 0.85% increase in water tariffs across all customer categories under its quarterly tariff review mechanism. The announcement comes at a time when many households and businesses are already grappling with rising living costs, placing additional pressure on family budgets and operational expenses. According to the PRC, the tariff adjustments were necessitated by changes in key economic and operational indicators, including exchange rate movements, inflation, fuel costs, and the electricity generation mix. The Commission explained that the quarterly reviews are designed to preserve the real value of utility tariffs and ensure that service providers remain financially viable while continuing to deliver reliable services. Under the new rates, residential consumers on the Lifeline tariff who consume up to 30 kilowatt hours of electricity per month will now pay 89.93 pesos per kilowatt hour, up from 86.9 pesos. Residential water consumers using up to 5 cubic meters monthly will pay 598.54 pesos per cubic meter, compared to the previous 593.49 pesos. Meanwhile, policy think tank Imani Africa has questioned the basis for the latest 3.49% electricity tariff increase and raised concerns about government's plan to bring in a private manager for the Electricity Company of Ghana by 2027. Imani says the justification for the tariff adjustment appears inconsistent with the economic indicators cited by the regulator. A statement from the think tank pointed out that while the PRC attributed the increase partly to exchange rate pressures, Its own data showed inflation had eased to 3.43% and the cost of natural gas used in power generation had fallen by 1.58%. Imani says it intends to formally challenge the tariff adjustment, arguing that consumers deserve greater transparency in how utility tariffs are calculated. And you're still here on the Midday News on Sri FM 92.7. Stay with us. Benjamin Insian, the Executive Director, Center for Environmental Management and Sustainable Development. Good afternoon to you, sir, if you can hear us. Thank you for joining us.
Beatrice, good afternoon. The center is Center for Environmental Management and Sustainable Energy.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, the PRC argues that the tariff increase is necessary because of exchange rate movement and other operational costs. However, inflation has declined and the cost of natural gas has also fallen. If you might have heard me about the data given us by Imani Africa, I'm wondering, in your view, is there any sufficient justification for increasing tariffs at this time?
No, there's no justification. Two, the announcement lacks transparency. Three, it's also unfair to the electricity end user. And four, it also creates a challenge for the utility providers to be able to mobilize the needed revenues from end users because the PRC over the years has not created the trust, has not brought in consumer confidence in their regulatory setup and tariff announcement. And for that matter, it's likely going to lead to some end users evading or avoiding the payment of these tariffs or bills, creating higher system losses caused by uncollected revenue. And a lot of challenges. And I think that PRC must come clean within their act that established them 538 in terms of serving the interests of the user and then buying the trust of the user against also serving the interests of the utility provider and not be seen as a one-sided regulator.
So what do you expect, briefly, moving forward? We're running out of time.
I think my conclusion is that they need to be very transparent in their methodology, consistent with the data used in certain tariffs, and very clear in where tariffs must go, whether decline or increase. Until they do that, they'll always cause chaos in terms of mobilizing revenue to settle the fiscal position of the sector.
Thank you very much. And you heard there Benjamin Insia, Executive Director, Center for Environmental Management and Sustainable Energy. That's it for the Midday News here on Sri FM 92.7. My name is Beatrice Adu. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. Log on to srinews.com for more news. Coming up shortly is Business Daily with Michael Obudu. Stay with us.
lifestyle radio station.
Hello there, good afternoon. Welcome to today's edition of Business Daily here on 3FM 92.7. With me, Michael Obudu. Coming up, the Ministry of Food and Agriculture announces plans to add some 6,400 tons of mobile food storage capacity ahead of expected food glut this year. Meanwhile, Sector Minister debunks claims or demands for the country to ban the importation of rice, stressing that the country lacks the capacity for such a move. And much later in the bulletin, Gold Board makes some decisive steps to standardize gold operations in the country. Stay tuned for details of these and many other stories. Thank you so much for your time. Now straight into our top story, and the Ministry of Food and Agriculture says it is adding some 6,400 tons of mobile food storage capacity to help preserve the expected surge in crop production this year. According to the ministry, favorable weather conditions and ongoing interventions in the agricultural sector are expected to result in significantly higher yields across the country. However, officials acknowledge that current storage infrastructure is insufficient to accommodate the anticipated increase in production, raising concerns about the risk of food wastage. Speaking during a visit to P&A African Food International Limited, the Minister for Food and Agriculture, Eric Opoku, said government was engaging stakeholders to rehabilitate existing warehouses and construct new storage facilities to safeguard the expected harvest.
We are expecting good harvest this year because the weather has been very favorable. We are also deploying a lot of resources to the field. We are aware that we are making available huge quantities of fertilizer to support our farmers. We are also deploying some of our extension officers. New people are being recruited to go to the field and bring to bear modern techniques of production to enable us produce sufficiently. Also, we anticipate a lot. And that is why we are working first and foremost with our donor partners to rehabilitate some of the existing warehouses. As we speak, we are working with WFP to bring back that huge storage facility in Tamale so that we can store some of our food, our grains there. Then we are also we are importing some mobile storage facilities, 80-ton capacity mobile storage facilities. We want to bring about 80 of them into this country.
You hear the Minister for Food and Agriculture. Meanwhile, the minister has rejected calls for an immediate ban on rice imports, insisting that such a measure can only be considered when Ghana is able to produce enough rice to meet domestic demand.
I do not have the capacity to place a ban on the importation of rice. I can only recommend. But as it stands now, Ghana has not attained full sufficiency in rice production.
So no ban.
Ghana has not attained full sufficiency in rice production. And so I don't have the figures that indicate to me that you have produced sufficiently, so place that ban. If you are able to make available that information, I will act accordingly. I don't want to go and say something that cannot be supported with empirical evidence.
You hear the Minister of Food and Agriculture, Eric Opoku, speaking. Now, away from that, the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies, COMAC, is projecting a reduction in fuel prices at the pumps starting July 1, 2026. Speaking on Business Focus, COMAC's Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Riversing Opong, stated that international oil pricing trends prior to recent geopolitical friction has strongly pointed towards a 5 to 10% reduction in local fuel prices. However, Dr. Opong noted that final pricing remains subject to market volatility after Iran publicly pushed back against recent statements by the U.S. complicating the status of their memorandum of understanding to keep the Strait of Hormuz open.
Iran, that has come to say that they're not happy with what Trump has said on the social media. So there's no deal. Regardless of that, we should still expect fuel prices to come down, looking at the trend at which the prices went. And I've said it many times and time and again that we operate on an average within pricing window, which is year to end. I think we have 5 working days to the end of the pricing window, by which you're going to announce the selling window from the 1st of July. So it will be very premature to tell you at what extent should we expect the price to go, looking at the fact that Iran has come back to say there's no deal. We need to wait till Friday to be able to understand where we are going. But let me say that if things were going the way it was, we should have expected between 5 to 10% reduction in fuel prices. That's for the SREF. You remember your taxes don't go down, they are fixed, right? So it is the SREF.
So that was the Chief Executive Officer of the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies, COMAC, Dr. Riversing Opong, speaking. Now, the Ghana Gold Board has engaged licensed gold traders in a bid to improve operational standards and promote greater transparency within Ghana's artisanal and small-scale gold mining trade. The discussions focused on measures designed to ensure that gold trading activities comply with international best practices while protecting value across the entire supply chain from miners to traders and the broader economy. A major outcome of the engagement was the decision to adopt the London Bullion Market Association pricing formula and trading window. Gold Board believes the move will help establish fair and transparent pricing mechanisms for gold transactions and improve trust within the sector. Officials also stressed the need for all transactions to be documented and completed within the approved LBMA trading window. The board noted that this requirement will strengthen accountability, improve market oversight, and support efforts to formalize the artisanal small-scale mining gold trade. And on that note, that's how we end today's edition of Business Daily here on 3FM 92.7. For more stories, please check out our website. It's 3news.com/business. I am Michael Obodu. Thank you for tuning in. As always, please stay safe. Up next is Urban Blend, and Black Rasta is on standby. Do stay tuned.